I have a very simple question for you. Have you ever been scammed on the net? Chances are that if you've been around the Matrix long enough, you probably have been scammed at some point. As for me, boy, I've been around this weird cyberspace for almost 3 decades or so. So of course, I was scammed.
Okay guys, it's done. I just got confirmation of my crypto transfer. So, the only thing I need to do now is to pick up my drop. The guy on the darknet was absolutely certain it should be somewhere here. Now I'm going to check it. Let's go. What a creepy place. I think it was abandoned for the last 20 years. Nobody's here and that's good. I don't want to meet anybody who's regular in this hood. Could be kinda scary, wouldn't you think? So, shit, some crap under my feet. Man, what a shady place. But I guess the birds are not going to tell anybody that I'm here. Probably it's the best place to make a really cool drop. Should be here somewhere around the stairs. I'm going to check it real quick. Okay guys, I think I found it. Let's check it out. Yes, that's it. That's the book. That's the real stuff. I can't believe I finally got it. Okay, I got it. No one is coming, but I need to hurry. Apparently this book is so good, it could never be sold in any other bookstore, so good it is. It will blast away any other books. So we're gonna check it out right now. Okay, here we go. That's the real stuff. I waited for this for so long. Here we go. That's the book. That's the best sci-fi ever. That's the real stuff. The sci-fi. Come on, let us check it out. Let's see. Oh, it's old. It's so old. It's so cool. Check it out. What the hell? What's that? Why it's not even in English? What is this? Oh, come on. This can't be real. Jesus Christ. I've been scammed.
Okay, that was a joke, obviously. But you know what's funny? A real scam that I got into some time ago was even more ridiculous than this one, though maybe not as painful financially. But I will get to that very soon. Hi, I'm Nick Hein, and on this channel I'm overloading my brain, trying to talk with crappy accent and even worse grammar about books and all sorts of things related to the writing and reading. It now feels like we are living in the world of scams. And I'm talking all levels, top to bottom, from tech bros trying to convince us that everyone needs to get all kinds of AI slop generators, or else we will be left behind, to the ghost shady online shops trying to sell us useless crap 2 pennies a ton. Actually, I was born in the USSR, the state that was probably the biggest, longest and worst scam in the humankind history, so I should know better than that. But do I really? Let's get a little bit closer to our topic and talk about the books and writing. In the last few years, platforms like Amazon and such brought into being a new whole breed, the indie writers. It's never been as easy to publish your book, well, if you have one written, of course. I'm not going to rant about the AI slop that is flooding this space at this very moment. It's a topic for another video, and there are plenty of such videos around, and probably better ones that I can possibly create. But There is another evil carnivorous pack that exists that nobody's talking about. The scammers that prey on indie authors. If you are one of those innocent, tender new writers gingerly finding your way toward your audience, and if you made the mistake by getting known as such in the social media, and you probably did because this is the way, the next thing you know will be your inbox bloating with messages from all sorts of publishers, editors, promoters and such, trying to rip you off for your honest buck you probably couldn't afford to spend in the first place. For me, it was a cover artist. Several years ago I wrote a short story, historical prose based on the Viking Age. My plan was to just try myself to see how the audience will accept the story and probably maybe develop it later into the big novel. I still have those plans actually, and the work on the novel is not exactly the halfway, but moving along. Anyway, I wrote a short story and I wanted to publish it on the internet. I wasn't quite sure how to go about it, but one thing was certain: I was needing some sort of cover image for that. And what people usually do when they're searching for something they can't do themselves, they're looking into the internet looking for the opportunities. I wasn't quite experienced in that area by then, so I was just poking around the net looking for anything, and eventually I bumped onto the site of this, how would you call it, self-proclaimed artist, cover artist, graphic illustrator, etc, etc, etc. And it was more or less okay website, not really professional one, but I was pretty much aware that I nowhere near to affording the professional artist, so I was looking for some maybe art students or something like this. And that was an art student. I'm not going to name the person or give you the link to the site, first of all because it's not working anymore. I don't know about the artist, but site is gone. And there was some sort of portfolio, like not the best one, not the worst one, but it was kind of feeling okay with me and I kind of liked the style. So I wrote a mail to that artist, asked him if he ready to do this gig for me, and he said, of course, what do you have in mind? So we talked a little bit. So my idea was that it should be an image of the small log cabin somewhere in front of the forest, and in front of that cabin should be standing my main character, my hero of my story, a middle-aged Viking with in the battle gear with the axe in his hand and with the great wolfhound beside him, ready to fight, both of them. The artist said, of course, sure, I'm going to do that. It was supposed to be the proof of concept, like concept art for the future cover, because my plan was to eventually use this image for the cover for my upcoming novel. So first draft, black and white, just the graphic illustration, and the artist asked me to pay for that concept art in advance. It was a small payment, something like 20 or 30 euros, I don't really remember right now. I know some of you would probably say now that, well, of course, such a small amount of money, what decent artist would work for that? But I had no idea at the time how much anything could cost. And also I was thinking like, oh, okay, that's just an art student, it's not an established artist yet, so he's probably trying also, just like me, to create a portfolio, maybe establish a connection with the potential future client. So I paid the money and was waiting for the work to be done, and I didn't really have too many expectations out of this. My best take was that it will be probably some sort of maybe a little bit awkward concept art that we can work on in the future. But when this concept art was finally delivered to me, I can't even explain what I was feeling. This was the most ridiculous, most stupid, most, I can't call it even an arrogant, I don't know how to call it, scam that I ever bumped into. This was hilarious because the image that came to me was this. The last thing I want to mention is that this happened way before the AI slope stormed into our lives. I understand that most of the art scams right now evolving around the using the AI, the generated images, and selling them as genuine works of art. And that's of course totally different topic. And honestly, it's not as funny as the scam that I have gotten into with this cover art. And you know, I feel almost nostalgic about those times and those types of scams. Would you agree with me on that? Please write in the comments, like the video, don't fall into any scams, and have a nice day. Bye.